8C-nya itu nggak ada. Nah, nanti dilewati aja. Baik, MC-nya silakan.
Om Swastiastu. Good morning to the honorable judges and all audience. Welcome to storytelling competition. Before we start the competition, let's pray together. Pray start. Pray finish. Okay, now let's begin the competition from participant number 1. Kutu Astini Junita Putri from 8N class. Om Swastiastu.
Om Swastiastu. Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Okay, today's very special day, and I'll give you a storytelling about Malin Kuta. Yeah, you must be new, Malin Kuta, right? Because the story is so familiar in your ears, right? Okay, before beginning, I'm going to introduce myself first. My name is Kutu Astiti Sutaputri. You can call me Astiti, and I'm from class 8M. So without any further ado, without any words, let's get started. Malin Kuta. Once upon a time, there were mother and her young son, namely Malin Kuta, lived a difficult life. He hated his life with something given by the nature. They took wood from the forest and sold them to buy their food. It was not enough to fulfill their daily need normally. They ate food, whatever there was. They were very poor. One day, Mengutamakan asked for permission to his mother to work. He wanted to change their life. Mother, let me go to get work so we can live a better life. I will come back soon, said Mengutamakan. Of course, my dear. May God bless you, answered his mother. Mengutamakan went away to try his luck in a big ship. His poor life motivated him to be a good employer. He was very diligent and made his career interest as fast as possible until he became a rich man. The merchant of a big ship interested in him and wanted him to marry his daughter. I did not agree because she was very beautiful. After Mengutamakan married, one day his wife invited him to see his motherland. Malin agreed with her. Their ship in port near the harbor of West Mata. Everybody heard their coming. The dweller told them, "Malin, come back! Malin, come back! He's a rich man now!" They shouted. boat came to the harbor and found Malin with his wife. "Malin, welcome to your village," said his mother. Malin ashamed to his wife when he saw his mother in a bad conscience. He always said to his wife that he was the son of a rich man. "I'm your mother, Malin. You don't really need you," said his mother-in-law. "Go away! I have no mother like you," shouted Malin. Malin's mother was very sad. She didn't believe in unbelief that the man on the ship was her son. She said to God to make sure about it. "God, if it's not my son, forgive me, and I felt he is my son. But if he is my son, you're the justest king." In a short time, the sky became dark. The thunder rumbled, no light, and after the last thundering sound, after everything in normal condition, there was a big stone of Malin and his ship. I think the message behind the story, or the moral of the story is, don't disappoint or hurt your mother, who gave birth and educated you from childhood to adulthood. Anyway, that's all my storytelling about Malin. I hope you guys enjoy, and I would say thanks a lot, because you all wanted to hear my storytelling until the end. And last, I'll say, Santi.
Now, let's continue to the next participant, number 2. Putu Ayu Chelsea Maharani from AI class.
Okay, if you need you can open your mask.
You can open your class.
Karena waktu lomba sudah harusnya berlangsung. Sekali lagi kami mohon kepada juri lomba senang agar segera datang
Oke, on off ya.
karena acara lomba sudah dimulai.
Okay, good morning everyone. Before I get started, I want to say Om Swastiastu. First of all, I'm Putu Ayu Chelsea Maharani and I'm from AI. Today I want to tell you guys a story that having till Nyiroro Kidul, or the Queen of South Ocean. Once upon a time, there was a princess named Dewi Kanita. Because of her beauty, she called by Dewi Srengage, and her father is King Mudingwangi. At that day, King Mudingwangi is feeling really unhappy because he only have a daughter. So he decided to marry again with Dewi Mutiara, and from her he had a son. And Dewi Mutiara really want her son to be a king in the future, so she should make sure of it. And then Dewi Mutiara came to the king and asked king that want he to send away his daughter. And King Mudingwangi said, "It is really ridiculous. I will not let anybody do such a cruel things to my daughter." And when Dewi Mutiara heard that, he was feeling really sad. But he kept smiling and saying sweetly to his husband, and to making him no longer angry to her. After that, in the next day before the sunrise, Dewi Mutiara calling wizard to making Dewi Kadita's body full with cabbage and itch. And in the night, Dewi Kadita's body already full with cabbage and itch. And then Dewi Kadita's really feeling really sad. And the king heard that. The king was feeling really sad too. And the king don't want his daughter to be a rumor. So he just sent his daughter away. And then Dewi Kadita's really don't have bad feeling to his daughter. So she just walked through 7 days and 7 nights. And then she saw And that's all about the story of Nyoro Kidul. I'm going to say Om Santi Santi Om, and thank you very much.
Now we will move to the next participant, number 3, Ibu Tuan Cecilia Dewi from AFS.
Bunga jempa megadi Aceh. Bunga telaben indah laguna. Bunga jempa megadi Aceh. Bunga telaben indah laguna. Once on the land of Gayo Aceh, there is a good and beautiful princess in the kingdom, staying with her father and her mother. Her name is Princess Bukes. Princess Bukes has been falling in love with Prince from another kingdom, but her parents did not approve because the origin of this prince who lived far from residence of the princess. However, because the precedence of the princess and the prince, finally, the two parents of the princess blessed their relationship. So that in the end, they were married by the king. After marriage, the time has come for the princess to follow her husband. Princess Bukes say goodbye to her parents to go to her husband's kingdom. Of course, the two parents of the princess were overcome with sadness. But they had to let go the child away. Go away, daughter, with the guards. But remember, when you set foot up, don't you look at the back even one time. The message from her mother. Guards, take care of my daughter. Don't get her into something bad. The king's message to the guards. Yes, king, I comprehend, replied the guards. Goodbye, Mom. Goodbye, Dad. I will miss you very much. Please, don't forget me. I love you so much. Said Princess Bukes. Goodbye, daughter. I will miss you too very much. And we will never forget you. I love you more. Said her mother. Princess Bukes go to the kingdom with her bodyguards. In the middle of the road, she always remember her parents and miss them very much. And she looked at the back accidentally. Suddenly, the rain pouring down heavily, accompanied the lightning that striking. A lot of lighting in the sky. Princess Bukes and her bodyguards finally took shelter in the cave. In the cave, Princess Bukes warmed her cold body in the corner of the cave. Slowly, Princess Bukes felt her body harden. The princess was surprised and cried. Apparently, her body became a stone. She began to regret not listening to the message from her mother. After the rain stopped, the guards decided the princess. Princess! Princess! Oh, is she be a queen now? No. She's still our princess. Princess, where are you? Should I call her as a queen? Okay, let's try it. Queen, where are you? The rain has stopped. Let's continue the journey, princess. Oh no, I mean queen. Hey, come on, help me find the princess. No, I mean queen. Say the gods. Huh? What do you mean? She's still our princess. Say the another gods. Shh. Forget about it. Let's find the princess now. Say the third gods. Many times they called it, but there was still no answer. They keep calling, but the princess remains silent. They are also looking for the princess. While looking, how surprised when they saw the princess Lucas become a stone. Meanwhile, because of very heavy rain from a lake in that region, residents around called the lakes by the name Lakes Laut Tawar. Okay, everyone, that's the story of the legend of Bukas Princess Cave. Thank you for the judges and friends for listening to me. Thank you and have a nice day, everyone.
That's from our participant number 3. And because the participant number 4 is not here, so we continue to the next participant number 5. Gede dan Desa Pratama from KL.
Hello, everybody. Today, I'm Igede Pratama from AL class, and today I'm gonna tell the story of Roro Jonggrang. Once upon a time, lived a king. His name is Prabu Baka. Everyone was afraid. He was a greedy, like to extort his people. He has a loyal governor always by on his side. His name is Fatih Baka. One day, they lead an attack on the kingdom of Bangil, hoping to conquer the rich and fertile land. The head crown of the kingdom of Bangil, Bandung Bondowoso, was so furious after knowing that their kingdom has been attacked by Bandung Bondowoso by Prabu Baka Sadana. He then sent a force to stop Prabu Baka from conquering the kingdom. In the midst of battle, they both met together. They fought a fierce battle, but Bandung Bondowoso came on top, defeating Prabu Baka. They then chased the fleeing Prabu Baka forces that has ordered to retreat by Bandung Bondowoso. In the kingdom of Baka, they then surrendered to the kingdom of Bangil. Bandung Bondowoso can now walk freely across the palace. How surprised he was to find a beautiful princess inside there. A beautiful princess. He was surprised at the giant form of Prabu Baka has such beautiful princess. He then asked who he is. Who are you, princess? He said. I'm the princess of Prabu Baka. I'm Roro Jonggrang. Bandung Bondowoso can stop thinking of her, even in his sleep. He then finally expressed his heart to the princess. Would you like to be my wife, princess? Roro Jongrang was left puzzled. She doesn't want to marry the guy that just killed his father. She then devised a plan. Bandung Bondowoso, I would like to marry you, but you need to complete my wishes. Build me a deep well and 1,000 temples in a matter of one night, she said. Bandung Bondowoso accepted the offer. He really wanted to marry the princess. I will, princess. But after that, would you like to marry me? She said yes. Bandung Bondowoso wasted no time. He started digging a deep well. In a matter of minutes, the well was completed. Roro Jongrang was worried. She then scrambled a plan to stop Bandung Bondowoso. The plan was to throw rock at the well when Bandung Bondowoso came to check the well. So how's the well, princess? Is it up to your liking? Yes, but would you like to check the well maybe? She said. Bandung Bondowoso checked the well. And then Roro Jongrang ordered Patih Kupala to throw rock at the well. Bandung Bondowoso knew who has betrayed him. He felt angry. With the power of he got out of the well unscathed. He then confronted Roro Jongrang. Are you trying to betray me, princess? He said. Roro Jongrang tried to calm the situation down. Princess, you have completed one of my wishes. That's only the other one. Build me 1,000 temples. But the Bondowoso knew he cannot build 1,000 temples in a matter of one night. He then summoned his army of ghosts. The ghosts started building the temple one by one. Roro Jongrang was worried because now only one temple left, the last temple to build. Roro Jongrang needed to come up with a plan. He then summoned all the girls in his kingdom to pound the lethargy. The chicken, hearing this, started making chicken noises. The ghosts think it's already daytime, and so they fled the scene. But the Bondowoso was furious knowing he has been betrayed again. Princess! You've betrayed me again! And the smile of Roro Jongrang cannot stop his furious heart. That's it, princess! This is the last straw! I curse you to be a stone statue! Rain pour and lightning strike. Roro Jongrang now has become a stone statue. Bandung Bondowoso was sad. He has cursed his loved one into a stone statue. He sat on the ground, crying. My loved one. Grief filled his heart. As the loved one he has loved so much was turned into a stone statue. The moral of the story is maybe try finding a worker to build 1,000 temples instead of ghosts. Oh, Swastia's. Oh, Santi. For more of that.
So let's move on to the next participant. Number 6. Imade Niti Ambarwati from 8th class.
myself, I will open my presentation with Pangan Jali. Om Swastiastu. Are you eating French rice? Good morning, my all day friends. Today, I will tell you a story about Garuda Vishnu Kencana. Surely, we already know about the symbol of Indonesian state is Garuda bird. Garuda bird is Lord Vishnu vehicle. But do you know there is a mythological story about Garuda bird? If you guys want to know, let me tell you the story. In the ancient era, there was a holy man named Begawan Daksa. Begawan Daksa has 14 daughters, where these 14 daughters have a very, very beautiful face. Begawan Daksa wanted to marry off his 14 daughters to Resi Begawan Kasyapa. Because Resi Begawan Kasyapa is a very sacred and holy person. And in short, Begawan Daksa made his wish come true. Of these 14 wives, there are 2 wives named Sangkadru and Sangvinata. Sangvinata is a person who will give birth to Garuda. After all times of marriage, the wife of Resi Kasyapa finally have son, except Sangkadru and Sangvinata, because feel ashamed. They all meet Resi Kasyapa with full hope that they will be given a child. Sangkadru begged to be given 1,000 children, but Sangvinata just begged to be given 2 children with the supernatural powers that surpass the other children. The Resi Kasyapa agreed his wife's request, and he gave 1,000 eggs for Sangkadru and 2 eggs for Sangvinata. But Resi Kasyapa also told them to take care of the eggs as the best they could. After 500 years, Sangkadru 1,000 eggs has hatched into 1,000 dragons. However, Sangvinata eggs have not hatched because Sangvinata is so ambitious. She broke 1 egg by force it and suddenly made the baby born with a gripping pain because his body has not fully grown. The baby, which named Aruna, cursed Sangvinata that she would become the slave of Sangkadru. And only her second son will save her. Aruna finally left Aruna finally left Sangvinata to fly high into the sky, and in the end, he became Sang Hyang Indra vehicle. Seeing that, Sangvinata felt very sad and decided to take care of her last egg. By the time, finally, the last egg of Sangvinata hatched, and it means Sang Garuda had born into the world. Long story short, taking care of thousand dragons make Sangkadru overwhelmed. Every day, 1,000 asked sang Kadru, who saw sang Vinata who didn't bother taking care of Garuda. Later, sang Kadru was thinking of plans to make sang Vinata to be his slave and take care of her children. The next day, sang Kadru meet Resi Kasyapa and say, "See, I have never seen Uchai Swara horse in my life. How about you ask Uchai Swara horse come here so I can see it?" "Okay then, tomorrow I will call Uchai Swara horse to come here." After meeting Resi Kasyapa, sang Kadru went to sang Vinata and she said, "Vinata, there is a good news. Resi Kasyapa will ask Uchai Swara horse, the horse that can fly." "Really? All this time we only heard about the name. We never saw it in person." And then sang Kadru had planned before she asked her sister to beg, "Well, how about we guess the color of the horse? But the loser must obey the order of the winner." "Okay, I agree. I guess the color of his white." Different with sang Vinata, Kadru guessed the color of the horse is black. Then sang Kadru met her children. "Listen, I just made a bet with Vinata. I guess the color of Uchai Swara is black and Vinata guess the color is white." "Mom, the color of the horse is white, not black. I just asked it to Resi Kasyapa." And all of the dragon started to cry. "We are lost. We are going to be vilified by Garuda." And then sang Kadru got mad. "Shut up! I have an idea. All of you should spray this flying horse with fire breath. With his foot will turn black. Do you understand?" "Yes, Mom, we understand." The next day, all of sang Kadru dragons had waiting for the horse, and right after they saw the horse, they sprayed the Uchai Swara horse, and then Uchai Swara body changed into black color. "Stubborn child, watch out you kids," sing Vinata. "The Uchai Swara colors is black, not white. Started from now, you should take care of all my dragon." Because of that, being so long, sang Vinata suddenly felt tired and not strong enough to take care of the 1,000 dragon. After sang Garuda saw his mother that looks tired, he became very angry. Sang Garuda, who was very angry, immediately meet the 1,000 dragons. They fight so fiercely. All dragons started crying because Garuda fight with them. "Sorry, Garuda. I am very sorry. My scales are peeling off because of your claws, Garuda. Mom, help me." Sang Garuda begged Kadru to free his mother from slavery. All of the dragons and sang Kadru promised to release of his mother from slavery, but Garuda must give them Amarta holy water. Amarta holy water is the water of eternity that can make whoever who drink it will be immortal. With his blessing from his mother, Garuda went to find the Amarta holy water by passing all obstacles to Kayangan. The arrival of Garuda to Kayangan greeted Garuda. Finally, Amarta Holy Water is in Garuda hand. But at that time, Lord Vishnu appeared. And then Lord Vishnu said, "It is not appropriate for you to take the Amarta water. But you can take it if you want to be my vehicle." Lord Vishnu want to make Garuda to be his vehicle as he saw Garuda is very strong. Sang Garuda agreed the request of Lord Vishnu, but Garuda pleased to Sang Hyang Indra that he hand over the Amarta water as a penance of his mother's punishment. After that, Sang Hyang Indra can take Amarta water back, and Garuda's request was granted by Sang Hyang Indra. After that, Sang Garuda also obeyed a request of Lord Vishnu. Sang Garuda has brought Lord Vishnu to all corners of this earth. Since then, Garuda is known as Garuda Vishnu Kencana. Because of the Garuda persistence in releasing of his mother from slavery, inspired the founder of this nation. They all use Sang Garuda as the symbol of the unitary state of Republic Indonesia. That's all my story. I'm sorry because I make some mistake. I will close this story with Parama Santi. Om Santi 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 Om.
That's from our participant number 6. And now we will continue with participant number 7. Ibu Tuni kalian continue from 8 class.
Mom, what happened with me? Help me, please! Help me, please! Well, ladies and gentlemen, can you even heard about the story before? So today, I'm Nipatuhaning Kalya Dwantini, standing here to tell you about the story before. And the title of the story is The Green Stool. Here's the story. Once upon a time, in the place in the Kalimantan, was living an old widow with her daughter. Her daughter is a beautiful girl, but she is very lazy girl. She always make up, dress up, and spoil it. She never had to help her mother. Her mother is a diligent woman. She always worked. One morning, her mother went to go to the field, but she fell sick, and she called her doctor. My doctor, today I feel very sick. Can you help me to go to the field to work? Said her mother to her doctor. Her doctor just sings and looks her face in the mirror. Because you know about the ballades, no trouble. Because you know about the ballades, no trouble about the ballades. Her mother so angry for her death, and she said, "My doctor, can you listen to me?" Said her mother. "Yes, I listen. Why I don't listen? You say I have to go to the field to help you? Oh, no, Mom. Look, my skin is very bright. If I go there, my skin can black, Mom. And look, today I wear a beautiful dress. Oh, no. I can't imagine it. If you want to work, you can mother go alone. Next morning, her mother went to go to the market, and her daughter know about that. And her daughter called her mother. Mom! Mom! You want to go to the market? Okay. Please buy some cosmetic for me. And this is the list. Buy it all, okay? My daughter, I can't read it. I don't know what is spelled in this list. If you want to buy the cosmetics, you can go with me. I can buy it for you. Said her mother. And her daughter said, you are so stupid, Mom. Okay, I will go there with you. But you have to go behind me. Okay, deal? And finally, they go there together. Many people focus to them, and many men look focused to her daughter. Her daughter wear a beautiful dress, while her mother wear a simple dress. I think I'm the prettiest girl in this world. My skin is very bright. My lips is sexy. My eyes are pretty. Yeah, I think I'm the prettiest girl in this world. And the first man. And she go to her daughter. Hi ladies! Where will you go? And who is behind of you? Is it your mother? Oh, hi! Me? I want to go to the market. Behind me? Oh, she's my maid. She's not my mother. My mother is rich and beautiful. I don't have a mother like here. No. Oh, okay. Have a good day. And come a second man. And she asks her daughter. Hi, you are a beautiful girl. Behind you, is it your mother? Why you look so different with you? Oh, hi, thank you. Behind me, she's just my maid. Yes, she's just my maid. Yeah, her mother, so angry for her death. She was crying. Oh my God! Why my daughter treat me like this? I can't hurt her. She said, I'm just her maid. I can't hurt it. I hope she becomes stone and blink of an eyes. Her daughter became a stone from her toes until her head. What happened with me? Mom, help me please, I promise I can be a good girl, Mom. Help me please. And her daughter be a stone. Until now, the story called the Grey Stone or Batu Menangis. Okay guys, do you know what the moral of the story before? The moral of the story before is we have to respect our parents, especially our mothers, because influence is only with our mother. That's all about my story. I hope you enjoy it. And thank you for watching. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.
That's from our participant number 7. And let's move to the next participant number 8. Anak Agung Muda Rago Fikran Adiaksa from 8
Did you know that Did you know the land was supposed to be united? It's now separated. And even there's a myth dragon who give a wealth to whatever person needs. So, further ado, let's deep dive into the story of origin of Selat Bali. Before I present the story, I'm going to pahamkan dari Om Swastiastu. My name is Anak Agung Warabung Ikan Adaksa from 8th grade C, number absent 3. So I'm going to do the story of origin of Selat Bali. One day in Bali, there lived a powerful Brahmin named Sidi Matra. Sang Hyang Widya, a Bataguru, present a Brahmin with wealth and a beautiful wife. Several years of marriage, the Brahmin and his wife had a son named Mani Angkran. Mani Angkran grew up into a handsome and smart young man. However, the young man likes to gamble. Damn, my ticket lost again! Mani Angkran that disappointed. Because of that failure and debt everywhere, he was forced to use his parents' belongings and finances to pay the debt. Within several days, Mani Angkran using his parents' finances until it ran out of money and nothing left. When Sidi Matra checks his desk that he stole his money, he's shocked to find out that there's nothing left on the desk. Where's all my money? Did somebody stole it? After that, Mani Angkran appears. It's all my fault that I lost all the money to play the gambling debt. If I'm not paying now, they will kill me. Please, Dad, please, I want not to be killed. Please. That's why Dad forbid you to play gamble. Even worse, constantly. Fine. That will find money to pay the debt. To help his son, Sidi Manta meditates and prays for guidance from Utara Guru. Sidi Manta, there's a treasure that guarded by a dragon named Nagabasuki in the Mount Ago. When you get there, guard it with despair. After that, Sidi Manta went to Mount Agung and passed many obstacles in front of him. Arriving at the crater of Mount Agung, Sidi Manta then rings the bell. Not long after that, the dragon came on. Oh, what do you want? More? The Nagabasuki asked. I asked for a little of your wealth to pay my son's debt. Fine, but I also have a request. Pass this to your son to use this treasure wisely. After that, Nagabasuki's debt came out a lot of gold coins. Thank you, Nagabasuki. I will pass it to my son to use this treasure wisely. Sidi Manta promises. After returning home, Sidi Manta gave the treasure that he got from the dragon to Mani Angkran. Promise to use this treasure wisely and stop gambling. Sidi Manta said to Mani Angkran, I promise I will never gambling again. Mani Angkran promised, but the promise remains a promise as the manic habit of gambling can disappear. Not long after that, Mani Angkran again asked his father for help. However, Sidi Manta was disappointed and refused his son's request. Not long after, Mani Angkran found out that the treasure was obtained from the Mount Agung after notified by someone. In fact, he was carrying the wealth that he stolen from his father when Sidi Manta was asleep. When he arrives at the crater of Manabu, he rang the bell. He became very frightened when he saw the Nagabasuki. After knowing Mani Angkran's intentions were, Nagabasuki said, I will give the treasure you ask, but you must change your behavior. Don't tell anymore. Remember the law of karma. After seeing the Nagabasuki's tale, evil intention gripped his heart. Wanting to get more treasure, Mani Angkran slashed the Nagabasuki's tail as the dragon turned its body to return to its nest. After grabbing the tail, he immediately ran in pain. But because the tail was very heavy, so he ran slowly. Seeing the soles of the feet on the ground from Mani Angkran, Nagabasuki burns the sole of the feet, and the fire spreads into Mani and burned him alive until he lay unconscious. Oh, it hurts. My treasure. Meanwhile, in Siddhi Mantra, an ex-Siddhi Mantra was informed by someone that Mani Angkran went to Monagum to find that treasure. Sadra in Siddhi Mantra then immediately ran into Monagum. After seeing his son's death, he became very sad. Because of that, he immediately fought looking for Nagabasuki and begged him that his son would come back to life. I can grant your wish, but you must return my child into norms. Nagabasuki said. Siddhi Mantra then agreed. Then, using his power, Siddhi Mantra held Nagabasuki into it normal. After that, Mani Angkran was revived by the dragon. Oh, what's happening? Am I left? Wait, my father. I promise that I will not do anything bad again. Then Mani Angkran apologized and promised to Siddhi Mantra that he will not repeat his bad action again. Siddhi Mantra knows that his son was repentant, but he knows he can live together with Mani Angkran again. I have forgiven you, but now we can live together now. Try to live independently. After that, Siddhi Mantra made a line from his stick. The line split into two that split the island into two main islands. From the land came out an abundant water. Now, the land was originally united and separated into two mainly Java and Bali. Moral of the story is, do not to be greedy and gluttony, because these qualities can make you into gloom. Always obey your parents because they have taken care of you since childhood into adulthood. Do not play gambles and bad things because gambling and bad things are despicable acts. Always be respectful to fellow human beings. If I have saying mistaken words, please forgive me. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Now let's move on to the next participant. Number 9. Angel Grace Gloria from 70.
Good morning, dear honorable judges, teacher, and all my friends. Today I want to story about Timun Mas. Let me introduce myself. My name is Angel Grace Gloria from 7th grade. A long time ago, there was a widow named Mbok Randa. long time ago, and she lived there alone. She has no children, and she prays to God to get a child. One night, when she prayed, the giant passed her house and heard her pray. The giant name was Buto, and he said, I can give you a child, but you shall give the child back to me when she is 17 years old. But I was so happy, but she didn't think the risk of losing a child later. She agreed over. Then the giant gave the cucumber seeds and asked Miranda to plant them around her house. Tomorrow, she planted the seeds. After some days, the seeds grew up after some days, and there were several cucumbers there. However, the most interesting thing was a huge golden cucumber. Miranda plucked the golden cucumber carefully and bring it home. She sliced it, and she was surprised because the cute baby girl was inside. Then she named the baby girl Demon Mas, which means golden cucumber. She loved the baby really much. Yippies. And Demon Mas has grown to be a beautiful girl. She is actually smart and kind. That is why Miranda kept thinking about her promise to the giant. One night, Miranda had a dream. She had the dream she must meet the holy man, and the holy man called to help her daughter. In the next morning, Miranda went to Mount Gundul to meet the holy man. The holy man gave 4 little bags to Miranda. This is 4 bags to her. Tell her to open and use it one by one, said the holy man. Sure, I will take her, said Miranda. Then she came back to home. At home, Miranda said about her promise with the giant to her daughter, and about 4 little bags from the holy man. A few days later, the giant came to Miranda's house, and the giant asked about her promise. Miranda told her daughter to run from back doors and took the 4 little bags from the holy man. The giant was angry and chasing her. He was getting closer and closer. Then she opened the first bag and the cucumber seeds. She threw the seeds, and instantly there were a few cucumber fields. The giant ate them all, so then she called to run. However, it was giving the giant more stress to chasing her. He was close again. After that, she opened the second bag that contains a needle and spelled them behind. The needle magically turned into the large bamboo trees with were turning. The bodies of the giant is black. He made it and chased her again. Demon Mas offered the tree bag and spilled the salt inside. It made the storm into the very deep sea. The giant almost drowned her, but he swam to cross it. From a far place, Demon Mas saw it, and she opened the large bag. It was the sheep bag and made the soil become a large of polymer. Finally, the giant was trapped there, and the mud drowned him. Everything was ended. Demon Mas came back to her home and lived happily together with her mom. That's all about story the Demon Mas. Thank you.
And now let's continue to the participant number 10. Doing Sanskrit from 7th class.
Hello everyone. Before we go into this story, let me introduce myself. My name is Putu Sastri Chandra Maharani, and you may call me Nesa
in 7G's class. So today, I'm gonna storytelling about the crying stone. Once upon a time, there were a mother with her daughter named Darmy. When Darmy's father died when she was little, they used to rich, but after her father died, Darmy's mother had to work hard in their fields. Darmy's mother spent her days in the fields, and that makes her skin darker and darker. Her weight is shrinking. All she does is for Darmy, her only daughter. But what Darmy did, she wouldn't help her mother. She only in makeup every day and she won't leave home because of her mother's dark skin. One day, Darmy's mother goes to work on the fields. She's going to work until the afternoon because the harvest was coming and his mother said to Darmy, Darmy, can you cook today? I can't come home this afternoon because I have to finish our harvest. When you're done cooking, would you take it for the farm for me? Darmy, who was combing her pretty hair, was surprised. No, I won't. If I cook, my hair will smell like the stove. I've been washing my hair. Then, if I deliver the food to the field, my skin turns black. I'm just stretching out my skin. Answers. Darmy's mother hears the answer, only shake her head sadly. When she was working hard at Darmy's farm, she collected the corn and she sold it to market tomorrow. The mother was worked hard without caring about he was angry. When she was tired, she rested, drank the bottle water he had bought. She prayed silently. Oh Lord, help us change my daughter and keep her away from her laziness. After back from the fields, he went straight to her home. She's shocked when she knows there's nothing to eat. Darmy didn't cook at all. Darmy was angry when she knows her mother came home. Where are you going? Why there's no food at home? I'm hungry. I haven't eaten today, she said. Her mother patiently answered, Darmy, I told you to cook, isn't it? The next day, Darmy's mother is ready for her harvest. She was going to the market. Darmy, go with me to the market. Please, I need you to carry our stuff, her mom said. I'll get dirty. At last, her mother go to market alone and bring the produce. In the evening, Darmy's mother brings money. Not that much, but enough to buy a few necessities. Darmy, who saw her mother counting lots of money, immediately approached her. I'm out of powder. Please buy me powder, Mom, she says. All right, but you've come to me with me, so I won't buy a wrong powder. Finally, Darmy was forced to come to the market with an umbrella. But she whispered to her mother, Mom, let's walk side by side behind me. Her mother asked her, why, Darmy? Without giving any reason at all, Darmy forced her mother to walk behind her back. Darmy was actually felt ashamed to walk with her dark-skinned mother and her uncouth faces. Suddenly, in the middle of the road, a woman who was a friend of Darmy approached and asked, Hi, Darmy, where are you going? Darmy asked her friend. Darmy said, I'm going to the market. Darmy's girlfriend, who looked at her mother, asked, Who is she? Your mom, huh? Darmy, who didn't want her friends to know that she had a dirty, ugly mother, immediately replied, Oh, this is my maid. She's not my mother. Oh, come on. How sudden her mother to hear it, but she only held it in her heart.
They resumed their trip. Darmy met a man who was her other friend. "Where are you going?" asked the boyfriend. "I'm going to the market," Darmy replied. Then her friend asked Darmy, "By the way, who's behind you? Is she your mother?" Immediately, Darmy answered, "She's not my mother, but my maid." Indeed, Darmy's mother grew even more saddened by the fact that her daughter admitted her as a maid. But with all her might, she tried to contain it. Then Darmy and her mother arrived at the market. They were about to enter the market again, but she met Darmy's friends. Darmy and her friend had the same conversation as other friend before and admitted her mother as her maid. Darmy's mother couldn't hold back her tears. She couldn't take any more. Oh, what her daughter was saying. Then she prays in her heart, "Oh Lord, I can't hold it. Please punish her for her lesson." When she finished praying, Darmy suddenly screamed, "Mom! What's wrong with my leg? Why can't it move anymore?" Slowly, it turned to stone. Her mother cried, "I'm sorry. It's all because of the way you treat me." She sobbed with tears. "Sorry, Mom. Sorry. I'll never do it again." Darmy cries and says sorry to her mom. Sadly, everything can change. Darmy still be a stone. He had to face punishment for what she does to his mother, who had nurtured her until she grew up. Darmy Stone moved by people and is suspended on cliffs until now and still live in West Kalimantan and is called a crying stone. That's the West Kalimantan folk story, the crying stone. Thank you.
We will continue to the next participant, number 11. From Good morning all the judges and all my lovely friends. Now I will tell you a story. The title is Telaga Water. Before I started the story, let me introduce myself. My name is Lomba from grade HG. Well, let's start it. Telaga Water. Long time ago, there was a kingdom in West Java. The kingdom was ruled by a king. His name is Prabu. He is a kind and wise king. But it is pity that Prabu and the queen haven't got any children. That was why Prabu went to the jungle. In the jungle, he prayed to the god, begging for a child. "Oh my God, you give me everything, but until now, why you don't give me a child? So please, show me your miracle." A few months later, the queen got pregnant. She was very happy. 9 months later, the princess was born. Prabhu and the queen loved their daughter so much. They give whatever she wants. It made the princess very spoiled girl. One day, she celebrated her 17th birthday party. Many people gathered in the palace. Prabhu took out a necklace which is made by gold and diamond as a gift for his one and only beautiful girl. "My beloved daughter, today is your birthday. May God bless you. I have a present for you. The one and only necklace. The one and only necklace made and designed just for you. I don't want to wear it. It's very ugly. Can you give me anything except this necklace? I'm pretty. It's impossible to me to wear it, Dad, shouted the princess. She threw the necklace. The necklace was broken. The gold and diamond was spread out on the floor. Everybody was shocked. I don't think the princess will do the cruel thing, a few people said. In the silence, the queen was crying. Every woman felt sad and cried too. There was the mirror, crying. Suddenly, from the other bride, the water came. It made a pool of water. So the kingdom was sang of water. It became a lake. The lake name is Telagawan. It means lake of color. On the bride, the color from the lake is full of color. The color from forest, plains, flower, and sky around the lake. But some people said the color is come from the princess necklace. That's all about my story. Thank you for your attention and have a nice day.
Please give applause, everyone. That's from our participant number 11. And now, let's continue to the next participant number 12 from grade 7C, Yula Eka Dharmayukti Adhyani.
Om Swastiastu. Hello everyone, good morning. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Nila Heka Dharmayuti Adriani. I come from 7C. And now, in this good time, I will bring you a story. The title is The Legend of Bali Stream. Let's hear the story. So, once upon a time, in Bali, there lived a Brahmin named Siddhimantra, who had very famous power, and he is so powerful. One day, Sang Hyang Vidya gave him a gift of a treasure and a beautiful wife. After several years of marriage, they had a boy named Manik Angkaran. Then Manik Angkaran grew into a handsome and clever young man. But darling, he liked to gamble. He often lost and sorted out all of his parents' assets. Because it could not pay the debt, Manik Angkaran asked for help for something. To his father. Father, can I need your help? I need a little treasure for pay off all the debts. Siddhimantra heard about it, and immediately he prayed to the gods. Not long after that, suddenly he heard a voice sound, "Hi, Siddhimantra. In the crater of Mount Abu, there is a dragon named Nagabasuki. Nagabasuki is a treasure trove located in the crater of Mount Abu. Go there
there and ask him if you want a little treasure, said that voice. After hearing the voice, Sidi Mandra went to Mount Agung by overcoming all obstacles. Arriving there, Sidi Mandra sat cross-legged. As he rang the bell, he read a spell and called the name of Naga Basuki. Long after that, Naga Basuki came out. What do you want, Sidi Mandra? Naga Basuki asked to Sidi Mandra. And Sidi Mandra said, "Oh, Naga Basuki, I just need a little treasure to pay off all my son's debts." Sidi Mandra said. After hearing the intention of Sidi Mandra, Naga Basuki gave Sidi Mandra gold, diamonds, and gems. Sidi Mandra bring it to his house and gave Manik Angkaran all of the diamonds in the hope he would not gamble anymore. And then Manik Angkaran just not hear what his parents say. He liked to gamble, just gamble. And it ran out very quickly. The treasure of Sidi Mandra is over. And Sidi Mandra was so disappointed and denied. Manik Angkaran asked for help again to his father. But Manik Angkaran did not remain silent. He found out from where his father got much treasure. He followed her father to Mount Agung. And he knew that his father got much treasure is from the dragon called Naga Basuki. Then, after his father back to home, he called Naga Basuki like, "Oh, Naga Basuki, I'm Manik Angkaran. I came here. I need a little treasure to pay off all my debts." Manik Angkaran said. Then the dragon just gave him many diamonds, but the evil intention came from Manik Angkaran's heart. He cut the tail of Naga Basuki and he bring it and run. But because the miracle of Naga Basuki, Manik Angkaran was burned into ashes. Seeing the death of his father, seeing the death of his sons, Sidi Mandra was so sad. And Sidi Mandra begged to Naga Basuki and leave Manik Angkaran again. After Manik Angkaran left again, Manik Angkaran promised not to do that bad again. And he promised to do not gamble anymore. But Sidi Mandra said, "You have to start a new life, Manik Angkaran, but not with me," Sidi Mandra said. Then Sidi Mandra scratched his wing to the ground and made it into a tree. And until now, the vast waters called Bali Strait, the spirited Bali Island and Java Island. So everyone, the lessons that we can take from this story is the first, we are as a human, we should to respect our parents and we should to believe our religion. And the second, we do not
to gamble. So everyone, thank you for listening my story. And I say thank you. And I close it by Parama Santi. Om Santi Santi Santi.
Okay, let's give a pause for our participant number 12. And let's move on to the next participant number 13 from grade 7B, Adik Marina Indira.
Good morning, my honorable judges. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Karina. I'm from class 7B. And thanks for the time given to me now. Well, I would like to tell you a story about Jaka Taru. Do you know this story before? Well, listen to me. Once upon a time, there lived a widow named Randa Taru. She lived alone without any children. One day, Randa Taru told Jaka to get married soon. One day, Randa Taru adopted a baby boy named him as Jaka Taru. Jaka Taru was very diligent, and every day he always helps his mother works in the fields. One day, Randa Taru told Jaka to get married soon. She said, "No, you are a adult man. You can marry a woman who you like, Jaka." Then Jaka said, "No, Mom, I don't have someone special in my life." A few months later, Randa Taru passed away. Jaka was so sad, and he went to go to the river to fill his time. He became very lazy, and every day he always just works just lazy. One morning, Jaka felt so hungry, and he decided to go to the forest and find some food. He felt so tired, and he took a rest under a tree near the lake. When he fell asleep, there were 7 angels came and took a bath in the lake. And there was a windy which was strong enough and fly the scarf. The angels didn't realize about it, and they enjoyed their bathing. In the afternoon, they stopped their activities and prepared back to the heaven. One of the angels, confused where her scarf was. Her name was Bulan. She found the scarf nowhere. On the other hand, the scarf fell down near the Jaka Taru. He woke up and found the scarf. He said, "Wow, whose scarf is this? Very good." And he heard there was a girl who cried near the lake. He pretended to help Bulan and invited her to his house. After that, Jaka Taru and Bulan got married, and they had a daughter named Nawang Asih. Bulan loved her family so much, and she knew that Jaka was a poor man. And one day, Randa Taru went to the river and left message to Jaka Taru not open the steamer. Jaka Taru was curious and ignored her. He opened the steamer and was shocked because he saw only a rice inside it. Suddenly, Randa Taru back home and got upset because and couldn't cook rice anymore. She used all the rice until one day she found the scarf inside the lost rice. She was angry and she decided to leave Jaka Taru and Nawang Asih. She was gone and met Nawang Asih just
used for a stay. Well, judges, ladies and gentlemen, let's story about Jakarta. We can learn something from this story. One, don't be a liar, and two, never take advantage from other. And thank you so much.
Okay, let's give applause for our participant number 13. And let's move on to the next participant number 14. From grade 7B, Kirana Marisasa.
Hello everyone. My name is Mengutamakan Bahasa Asing. I am from class 7B. Today I am going to tell you a story about Kuta. A long time ago, in a small village near the beach in West Sumatra, lived a woman with her son, Kuta. Kuta's father had passed away when he was a baby. Kuta was a healthy, diligent, and strong child. He usually went to the sea to catch fish and brought it to his mother, or sold it in the town. One day, when Kuta was sailing as usual, he saw a merchant ship which was being raided by a small band of pirates. With his bravery, Kuta helped the merchant defeat the pirates. The thing is, the merchant asked Kuta to sail with him. Kuta agreed in the hope of getting a better life. Many years later, Kuta became a wealthy merchant with a huge ship, loads of trading goods, many ship crews, and a beautiful wife. In his journey, his ship landed on a beach. The local people recognized that it was Kuta, a boy from the area, and the news ran fast in the town. Kuta became a rich man, and now he's here. His mother, in deepful sadness, after years of loneliness, ran to the beach to meet her beloved son again. When his mother came near him, Kuta, in front of his well-dressed wife, his crews, and his own greatness, denied to meet their old, poor, and dirty woman. For 3 times she begged Kuta, and for 3 times she yelled at him. At last, Kuta said to her, "Enough, old woman. I have never had a mother like you, a dirty and ugly peasant." After that, he ordered his crews to set sail to meet the old woman, who was then full of sadness and anger. Enraged, she cursed Kuta that he would turn into stone if he didn't apologize to her. Kuta just laughed and set sail. Suddenly, a thunderstorm wrecking his huge ship. He was thrown by the wave and his ship to a small island. It was too late for him to apologize. He had turned into stone. Thank you.
Okay, let's give applause for our participant number 14. And let's move on to the next participant, number 15, from grade 8B, Kuta dan
Oh, swasta. Hello everyone. How are you today? I hope you are doing good. My name is Kuta Devi, class 8B. Do you guys like to read Indonesian stories? Yes, there are a lot of Indonesian stories, such as Timun Mas, Danau Toba, Malundang, and many more. Today, I will tell you my favorite story from West Sumatra, which is called Kuta. I hope you enjoy it. Once upon a time, on the north coast of Sumatra,
poor woman and her son. The boy was called Malirela. He didn't earn much as fishing was their only source of income. Malirela grew up as a skillful young boy. He always helped his mother to earn some money. However, as they were only fishermen's helper, they still lived in poverty. One day, Malirela asked his mother, "Mom, what if I sail overseas?" "No, Malin, you can't leave me alone in here," she answered. His mother didn't agree to his idea, but Malin had made up his mind. "Mother, if I stay here, I'll always be a poor man. I want to be a successful person," urged Malin. His mother sighed. "If you really want to go, then I can't stop you. I could only pray to God for you to get success in life," said his mother wisely. "Promise me you'll come home." Malin met one of the successful ship's crew and was offered to join him. The next morning, Malin was ready to go. "Take a good care of yourself, son," Malin's mother said as she gave him some food. "Yes, Mom," he replied. "You have to take a good care of yourself too. I'll keep in touch," he said as he waved farewell to his mother. Malin's mother hugged him one last time with tears from down her eyes. And before she knew it, Malin had sailed far away out of the beach. 3 months has passed since Malin left his mother. She hasn't heard any news from him, which worries her. Every morning she stood by the pier. She wished the ship that would bring Malin home. Every day and night she prayed to God for her son's safety. Even though it's been a year since Malin left his mother, she kept waiting and praying for him. After several years of waiting without any news, Malin was surprised by the arrival of a big ship in the pier. When the ship was over, Malin's mother saw a wealthy man stepping down the valley, along with a beautiful woman. She could not have mistaken. Her bullet eyes still recognized him. It was Malin. "Malin, you're back!" she yelled. Without hesitation, she went to see her beloved son, giving him a hug. "I miss you. How have you been? I didn't hear any news from you. I was so worried," she yelled. But Malin didn't respond. He was too ashamed to admit that this poor woman is his own mother in front of his beloved wife. "Who is this filthy woman? Stop it or you'll get my husband's clothes stained," Malin's wife complained. "Me? I'm Malin's mother." "You're not my mother. I don't know you. My mother would never wear such ragged and ugly clothes," said Malin as he stopped his mother's embrace. Malin took a step back. "Malin, you don't recognize me? I'm your mother," she said, but Malin's face was as cold as ice. "Guard, take this woman out of here," Malin ordered his bodyguard. "Give her some money so she won't disturb me anymore." Malin's mother cried as she was dragged by the bodyguard. "Malin, my son, how could you treat your own mother like this?" Malin ignored his mother and ordered ship's crew to set sail. Malin's mother sat alone in the pier. Her heart was so hurt. Her tears wouldn't stop running down her cheeks. "Dear God, if he isn't my son, please grant him to have a safe journey. But if he is, I curse him into stone," she prayed. As Malin started sailing away,
Suddenly, the sky starts to rumble. Thunders are crashing the sea, targeting land ship. The ship shakes wildly, throwing mine out flying and crashing on a small island. Suddenly, Malik froze. He couldn't move his body at all. He looked at the human. It started petrifying. It continued going up his legs, up his hips, chest, and neck. My udang was turning to stone. Mom, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Mom, please give me another chance. I'm truly sorry for the things I did to you. I regret talking back to you. I regret making such an awful face to you. Forgive me, Mom. Forgive me. His chin slowly petrifies, going up his lip, which he can no longer move anymore, and now has been completely turned to stone, filled with regrets. The end. So, the moral of the story is, we have to respect our parents for their love and kindness, remember for what we are before we succeed, and be proud of our parents no matter who they are. Om Santi 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 Om.
That's it from our participant number 15. And now let's continue to the next participant number 16 from grade 8B. Christiani.
Hello everyone, my name is Christiani from 8B. Today I want to tell you the story about the crying stone. A long time ago, at the hill far away from village in Kalimantan district, there lives a widow and her daughter. The daughter of that old widow, she has beautiful face, but she has very bad behavior too. She is so very lazy and never helped her mother to do the old work. Every day, she just spending her time with beautifying herself spending her every day, she just spending her time with beautifying herself and admiring her beauty in the mirror. Well, her mother had to work hard to earn money for their life. Besides lazy, she was very spoiled. She always asked to be given something, and if she wasn't, she would cry. Of course, that situation made her mother sad. But somehow, she still loved her daughter. Once upon a time, the doctor asked to buy a new gown for her. At first, her mother rejected her request because she didn't have enough money. Nevertheless, because her mother was forced to obey her request, then her mother asked the doctor to accompany her to the market. All right, Mom, but I don't want to walk beside you. You should walk behind me, okay? The doctor said. Although her mother was sad, she continued to buy a new goat. She continued to obey her daughter's request. They went to the market to buy a new gown for the daughter. The market location is so far from their home, so they have walking so long to arrive. The daughter walking with wearing beautiful dress and walk with beautiful looks. But her mother walked behind her
Are they your mother? But the doctor answered, no. She's not my mother. She's just my servant. After that, they continue walking. They're walking. There's a young man coming and asking to the doctor again. Hey, sweetheart, the woman walking behind you, are that your mother? No. She's not my mother. Everyone coming and asking with the same question, but the doctor always answers, her mother is her servant with arrogance. Her mother watched and listened, and she felt very upset and sad. She cannot listen again and praying to the good. Oh God, I really sad. Listen, my doctor not admitted me as her mother. Who was born her? Please give her punishment. Suddenly, the doctor body cannot move and slowly oscillated from foot until half of her body. The doctor crying and say apologize to her mother. Mom, please forgive me. Please forgive me. But her body still oscillated, and all her body changed to be a stone. Her mother just crying, looking her daughter changed to be a stone. Because her mother cannot help her daughter. People at the village calling the stone as the crying stone. Thank you for attention.
Okay, that's it from our participant number 16. And now let's continue to the next participant number 17 from grade 7H. Kuta
Good morning, everyone. I'm Darius Cardelia from 7H class. Now, I want to tell you guys about my story, and let's get started. The Queen of South Sea. The Queen of South Sea is a legend from the island of Java. The legend is very famous all over the New Nusantara. The southern seas reigning queen is known as Nyi Roro Kidul. In the days of the ancient Pajajaran kingdom, there lived a king named King Mudiwangi. He was known as king who liked to hunt. One day, he was lost in the forest that he not recognized. He had been wandering around the forest all night. find a way out. And finally, he met the beautiful woman who ruled the forest. I will help you to get out of this forest on one condition, that you're willing to marry me. Hearing this condition, the king was willing to marry her and live in the kingdom. After staying for a long time, the king Mudingwangi felt that it was time to go back to his kingdom. He immediately collected his promise to his wife. Even though his wife is sad, she still keeps her promise. King Mudingwangi was escorted out the forest by his wife. The arrival of the king was welcomed by the people of Pajajaran kingdom. They thought the king has died in the middle of the hunt. The empress and the others are having a big party to welcome the king. One day later, while the king was sleeping, he was awakened by the sound of a baby crying. The king came out and looked the four source of the crying sound. How surprised the king would you want? Because there was a baby girl in his royal courtyard. Not long after, a beautiful woman that he knew very well, his wife, appeared in the forest. His wife advised the king that this baby was their daughter. And his wife also told the king to take good care of their child. The king named the baby is Kadita. Kadita grew up to be a beautiful and kind girl. All the time passed, the king was getting old. He was very sad because he did not have a son to continue his story. Even though he already had a beautiful girl, he still wanted to have a son soon. The king married a woman named Dewi Mutiara. Dewi Mutiara did not like Kadita and wanted to get rid of her. A few months later, Dewi Mutiara conceived a son. While pregnant, Dewi Mutiara asked the king many strange wishes, and one day she begged the king to expel Princess Kadita from the place of a strange reason. Of course, the king refused to grant his request because it was impossible for the king to expel his favorite princess. Dewi Mutiara was very angry. Immediately, wanted to see the witch. He asked the magician to change Kadita to be ugly and stink. The magician immediately granted Dewi Mutiara's request. Shortly, when Kadita woke up in the morning, she was surprised with her strange appearance and smelled bad. When he told the king about his condition, Dewi Mutiara instigated the king to expel Kadita from the place. The king was Kadita is very sad, can't accept everything that her father and stepmother have done. A few moments later, Kadita ran towards the South Sea and threw herself there. When he threw himself into the water, his illness suddenly disappeared and he was very happy. Kadita decided to with the Saucy. Now he is a Saucy entrepreneur known as Nirokido. That's Nirokido is the queen of Saucy. Thank you very much thank you for your attention and your listening. Thank you very much and Om Santi 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 Om.
Let's move on to the next participant, number 18 from grade 8A, Ibu Rama Sujua.
Om Swastiastu. Hello, good morning, friends and committee. On this Sunday morning, I will tell you a fairy tale that's come from West Sumatra, entitled Malin Kundang. Before I start the story, I will introduce myself first. I'm Kuta from grade 8K. Once upon a time, on the north coast of Sumatra lived a poor woman and his son, who called Malin Kundang. His father eventually died, and his mother lived alone as a poverty-stricken old woman. Malin Kundang grew up as a skillful young boy. He always helped his mother to earn some money. One day, Malin Kundang decided going to overseas and promised to come back. After several years had gone by, Malin Kundang finally decided to return to his village. He arrived with fine clothes and traveling on one of his ships. Someone arriving in such splendor was uncommon to the villagers, so many of them went down to the harbor to view the sight. One of the villagers recognized Malin Kundang from a scar that he had received while playing as a child. Upon recognizing the mark, the villager went to tell Malin Kundang's mother that her son had returned. Excitedly, she went to the shore and recognized her son the minute her eyes fell on him. When the older woman called him her son, he refused to believe that he had such an old woman as a mother. His disbelief was heightened when his wife questioned why he had not told her that he had an elderly, poor mother. In alternate translation, Malin Kundang was on the ship with just his crew. When his mother attempted to embrace him, he was too embarrassed by her rage, reference to acknowledge her and instead had one of them carry him away distraught and finally releasing her son's wickedness. Malin Kundang's mother gave up on her sons, acknowledging her and prayed to her God to punish her son for his behavior. The day after his mother's prayers, Malin Kundang sailed out of the village. Shortly thereafter, the ship was met by a violent storm. Malin Kundang believed the storm was his God's and natural ways of punishing him for mistreatment of his mother. He felt guilty about his behavior towards God, asked for forgiveness, and began to pray. However, his repentance was too late, for the ship was destroyed at sea, but in some translation of the tale, Malin Kundang was turned into coral. In other, the ship, the crew, and he become a rock formation that are still standing. Moral message we can take on the day is do not hurt the prayer of parents because their prayers will be very easily answered, and we must remember the service of a mother to us. She was the one who gave birth to us and took care of us from childhood to adulthood. And one day we must repay our parents' service. Thank you for listening. Om Santi, 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 Om.
Number 9 from grade 7F, Humane
Swastiastu. My name is Nimani from 7F. Now I want to read a story, The Origin of Surabaya. Once upon a time, in the northern part of East Java, there lived a scary giant crocodile. He was a ruler of the river and a predator who was freed by all animals in the forest near the river. The name of the crocodile was Baya. He was very good at hunting, so all the animals in the jungle were afraid of him. Baya lived in the river. In the sea lived a wild shark named Sura. He ruled the sea, and every fish was scared of him. However, Sura felt bored because he ate fish every day. He was curious about the river near the sea. One day, he decided to go to the river. At the side of river, there was a deer that was drinking water. Sura felt hungry and hot, so he was swam suddenly and to the edge and jumped out to catch the deer. Sura was happy to get such a delicious food. After eating deer, Sura became a adept. The next day, he hunted back on the river and got a lot of food. There a couple of days, Baya became suspicious because it was harder and harder for him to find prey. He started investigating what was happening. When Baya saw Sura catch a little monkey in the river, Baya became angry. Hey Sura, what are you doing here? This is my territory. How dare you snatch my prey? Baya said angrily. Sura was not afraid of Baya. He challenged Baya to fight. Hey, I can look for food anywhere I want. It's not just your territory here. All animals are free to look for food here, Sura said while challenging. Finally, a fight can't be avoided, and the fight began because both of them were strong. The fight was very long. For days, the animals in the forest were disturbed by the fight. They couldn't be sleep. Finally, the two animals were exhausted. No one won and no one lost because the both of them were actually strong. Sura, we better end this fight. I'm too tired, Baya said while exhausted. So am I, Baya. Okay, let's end this battle, Sura said while exhausted. Sura, first we need to limit our hunting area. The end of the river is the limit. Don't you break the line, or you will feel the consequence, Baya said while holding a border map. Okay, Baya, I accept this agreement, Sura said. Sura finally left the river and returned to the sea. For months, the forest calmed down. There was no fight between Sura and Baya. But Sura felt uneasy. He loved to eat deer meat like before. There were a lot of fish in the sea, but it wasn't enough for him. He couldn't bear it, so quickly he swam toward the mouth of the river. If I look for prey near the river,
approached approached the mouth of river. Surah was tired of waiting. Finally, he swam up the river toward the forest. Surah wanted to go back to the jungle again. This time he will be careful not to be caught by Baya. I will catch the prey and immediately bring it out to sea. Baya won't see me. Surah said mockingly. The plan was successful, and for months, Surah hunted in the river without being discovered. Over time, Baya became suspicious again. His prey was reduced, but this time he didn't see Surah on the river, but he believed this was Surah's doing. This must be Surah. Watch out, Surah, Baya said while angry. Then Baya prepared plane. Baya found a deer bird. Didn't catch him right away. Instead, a short time, Surah swam up the river and saw Instead, he heard the deer leg, so he couldn't run away. The deer was placed on the edge of the river. Then Baya hid. A short time later, Surah swam up the river and saw an injured deer. He felt excited because his deer was fat. Wow, lucky me today! I have a feast. Ha ha ha! Surah said happily. Just as he was about to bring the deer to the sea, suddenly Baya confronted. Hey, you sure are stubborn and stuck. Imagine the fish in the sea are about it, but you're still hunting in my area, Baya said while angry. Hey Baya, if you want you can hunt the sea in the sea. Don't forbid you. I don't like fish and I especially can't stand the sea water. Well, it's okay if you don't want it. At least I have offered it to you, Surah said. Surah answered lightly and directed the deer to the sea. Baya got angry, then attacked Surah. Hey, where do you think you bring that deer? Baya said while pulling the deer. To sea, I'll eat there. Surah said while pulling the deer too. Bring the deer here. I caught it to trap you. Baya said. He continued to pull the deer. Well, it's your fault. You didn't eat the deer yourself. Surah said. He continued to pull the deer. You forgot the argument. This river is my territory. Baya said while holding the border map. Hey, if there is water, there is me. This agreement is ridiculous, Surah said while holding the deer. Okay then, our agreement is cancelled. Now, the strongest one has the right to rule this area, Baya said while tearing the border map. Finally, Baya attacked Surah, and fight that couldn't be prevented. This time, it was even more exciting. No more there to to approach the area of the fight. Sura always dodged his attack, and Baya became annoyed. When Sura was off guard, Baya managed to bite his tail. Ouch! My tail! Sura said while in pain. Sura did not want to lose. Both of them were in pain and seriously injured. However, Baya did not despair. He continued to bite until Sura's tail was cut off. Sura was in so much pain. He ran away, leaving Baya toward the sea. Since then, Sura has not dared to approach the river, and since no longer had a tail, he could swim as hard as he once had. Ah, it's so painful. Oh my, Sura said. To commemorate the film fight, the area where the two animals fight was called Surabaya, and the name remains to this day. Thank you for listening. Oh, Santi.
Hello everyone, introduce. My full name is Kuta, but you can call me Fiona or Fee. I'm from 7th class. Want to tell you about the legend story. The title of the story is Jakatarus and Seven Angels. Okay, I will start the story in 1, 2, 3. Jakatarus and Seven Angels. See, young boy is exploring the forest in search of animals to be hunted. But on the half day, Jakatarus did not find an animal to be hunted. When Jakatarus sits down to hunt, suddenly the fine voice of several were heard. With hesitations, Jakatarus waits to find the origins of the voice. Until he found a beautiful lake. It's a very beautiful lake. Jakatarus sees seven angels is abiding there. Jakatarus also took once of the angel clothes and scarced them. Not long after that, the 6 angels is flying to the heavens. But it was angels named Dewi Nawangwulan's lost her clothes. Dewi Nawangwulan is to be silenced and panicked. Until Jakatarus come to see her and gave her clothes, and Dewi Nawangwulan took the clothes. Jakatarus wants Dewi Nawangwulan to live in his house. 1 year later, Jakatarus and Dewi Nawangwulan is married and have children named Nawangsi. Okay? That's all about, and thank you.
Let's continue to the next participant, number 21 from grade 88, Hande Jara.
or selling coffees in the home. One day, when Mengutamakan Bahasa Indonesia, he saw the merchant sitting right by a bed of pirates. In his way, Mengutamakan merchant defeated the pirates. Then, merchant Lord Mengutamakan sailed with him. Mengutamakan prayed in the hope to get a better life. He left his mother alone. Many years later, Mengutamakan he had a huge ship and a lot of work for trading goods. He was also married to a beautiful woman. When he was living on his trading journey, his ship landed on the coast near a small village. The local people reasoned that it was Mengutamakan, a boy from the island. The woman ran in the face and told Mengutamakan has become rich and now he is here. Unfortunately, what was Mengutamakan to meet the new rich merchant? She wanted to help him to release himself from being lonely after a long time. When his mother came and him, Mengutamakan was faithfully quiet on his ship, learning that she was with his mother. She had been Mengutamakan look at her and admit that she was pregnant, but he kept refusing to do it and yet appeared. Mengutamakan said to her, "You know, old woman, I have never had a mother like you, but a pretty woman."
Tadi nggak jalan.
That's your
Udah.
kiss to set the lift for what was that for?
Tadi nggak jalan.
Finally, feeling and seeing that people to everything in our Mengutamakan slow and said, suddenly, thunderstorm came in the woods, where his looks. He was thrown
Kita ini ya.
to small island. It was really too late for him to avoid his school. He had turned into a school. Take a from me and I said it to him was a long time.
Now, let's go on to the next participant. Number 22, 170. Romance, we have a repeated prayer.
Om Swastiastu. Hello, good morning everyone. I'm so glad that we are gathered in the same place together. Before I start to tell the story, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Nyoman Srihatna and I'm usually called Ratna. Today I'm gonna tell you a popular folk story. You all might be know this story. The title of the story is Mengutamakan. Once upon a time, on the west coast of Sumatra, lived a poor mother and her son, who called Mengutamakan. His father eventually died, and his mother lived alone as a poverty-stricken old woman. Mengutamakan grew up as a skillful young boy. He always helps his mother to earn some money. One day, Mengutamakan decided going to overseas and promised to come back. After several years had gone by, Mengutamakan finally decided to return to his village. He arrived wearing fine clothes and traveling on one of his ships. Someone arriving in such splendor was uncommon to the villager. So many of them went down to the harbor to view the sight. One of the villagers recognized Mengutamakan from a scar that he had received while playing as a child. Upon recognizing the mark,
The villagers went to tell the Malinkunda's mother that her son had returned. Excitedly, she went to the shore and recognized her son. The minute her eyes fell on him. When the old woman called him as her son, he refused to believe that he had such an old woman as a mother. His disbelief was hidden when his wife questioned why he had not told her that he had an elderly poor mother. In an alternate translation, Malinkundang was on the ship with just his crew. When his mother attempted to embrace him, he was too embarrassed by her ragged appearance to acknowledge her and instead had one of them carry her away. Distraught and finally realizing her son's wickedness, Malinkundang's mother gave up on her son, acknowledging her and prayed to her God to punish him for his behavior. The day after his mother's prayer, Malinkundang sailed out of the village. Shortly thereafter, the ship was met by violent storm. Malinkundang believed the storm was his God's and nature's way of punishing him for his mistreatment of his mother. He felt guilty about his behavior towards her, asked for forgiveness, and began to pray. However, his repentance was too late, for the ship was destroyed at sea. But in some translation of the tale, Malinkundang was turned into coral. In other, the crew, the ship, and he become a rock formation that are still standing. The meaning of Malinkundang's story reminds us not to forget the kindness of mothers, like peanuts forget their skin. Moreover, the purpose of the story is for every child to respect their parents, because success and wealth are not worth the love from their parents. Thank you. Om Santi 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 Om.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Utara. You can call me Novia. I am from 7K. Today I will present the legend Niro. Okay, let's start. According to the story, long time ago, there's a beautiful woman named Kadita. For her beauty, she was often called Dewi Srengsenge, which means the fairest sun. Kadita is a daughter of King Mudingwangi. Although Kadita has very beautiful face, the king was still upset because he did not have a son who can be prepared for being the next king. After the king got married with Dewi Mutiara, there was born a baby boy. However, after getting much attention, Dewi Mutiara started asking many demands, such as making sure that their child will be the man who will replace the king, and the Dewi Kadita must be expelled from the place. The first request was fulfilled, but the king was not willing to expel Dewi Kadita. I can't accept it, Dewi Mutiara said. I can't fulfill your every request, the king said. Knowing the answer of the king, Dewi Mutiara smiled sweetly, so the king's anger is slowly disappeared. But she had a revenge in her heart. The next morning, Dewi Mutiara asked her babysitter to call a witch. His name was Jahil. She commanded him to send witchcraft to Dewi Kadita. Jahil accepted her command. When Dewi Kadita was sleeping tightly, Will entered her room. The wine smelled bad, like carcase. When Kadita woke up, she was shocked that her body was full of scab and smelled bad. The king Mundingwangi heard the news. He was really sad. He knew that what Kadita served was not common disease, but that was witchcraft. He assumed that Dewi Mutiara who planned it. However, it was difficult to prove. He had to decide in the dizzy condition. He was confused that what to do with Dewi Kadita. Do the incense of advisor. Her daughter had to be banished in order to be a disgrace. Then Kadita went alone like a beggar who has shown from rich people's house. Her heart was broken. She cried, but she still believed that God would not let her be abused by the other. God's help would come soon, and she was not allowed to hate and revenge in her heart, as grandmother ever told. Night and day she walked, and it was already seventh night that she went through until she arrived at south of sea beach. She stood up and showed the breadth of the sea, and she was like hearing a voice who asked her to go into the sea. She followed that voice, and her body touched the water. Her body was recovered. She became a beautiful woman like before. Not only that, she would govern the sea and establish a great and beautiful kingdom. Now she is called as Ratu Selatan, Queen of South Sea. Allegedly, Nyi Kidul is a troll who had great power. Until now, there are still people who want to be rich by a shortcut that is doing worship to Nyi Kidul. They got a lot of money, but they had to sacrifice their family to be slave in South Kingdom. That's all. Thank you.
Please take your applause, everyone. That's from our participant, number 23. Now, let's continue to the next participant, number 24, from grade 7L, Tuti Praneshwari.
Om Swastiastu. Before I start the storytelling, I would like to introduce myself first. My name is Putulita Praneshwari. May you can call me Gita. I'm from 7L. Now I would like to tell you about a story named Malin Kundang. Malin Kundang is from West Sumatra. Once upon a time, at seaside, there is a widow, Mande Rubaya, with her only son, Malin Kundang. Mande Rubaya is love her son so much, which turned Malin Kundang a spoiled child. One day, Malin Kundang suffered a first 6 months that his mother gave every cent of her life saving.
Malin Kundang is a good children. Mandirubaya is a widow, and he and her sell a dried fish for her life and Malin Kundang life. What a nice day for drying my fish. I think today my fish will dry. Surprising, Malin Kundang is run to his mother and said, "Mother, can I go with you to market to sell a dried fish?" Her mother is giggle and "Sure, Malin Kundang, you can go with me and help me to sell a dried fish." Malin Kundang and her mother is go to market and sell a dried fish. Dried fish, dried fish. Who want to buy my dried fish? After Malin Kundang and her mother sell a dried fish, they went to beach to take a seat. Malin Kundang is surprised with many sheep at there. So Malin Kundang is want to go beach with her mother. "Mother, it's so much sheep here. I want to go to sea with that sheep." Her mother is giggle and Malin Kundang, you too chill for go to sea. But if you grow up, you can go to sea and work for more money for us. Malin Kundang is so excited for it. Year past year, Malin Kundang be a man, and he want to go to sea. "Mother, now I grow up to be man. I want to go see for sure more money for us." Malin Kundang, now you will be man. Please take care. Your mother is now old. Please take care. Malin Kundang is go to sea with a big ship. At the ship, there are a princess. The princess is so beautiful, but her attitude is bad. One day, Malin Kundang is go to beach where he live. And her mother is seeing him. "Oh, Malin Kundang is back! Malin Kundang is back! Oh, now you be grown up.
safe, Mengutamakan is pushed his mother. And his mother is pushing Mengutamakan is pushed his mother. What an old woman! You are not my mother. Why do you think you are my mother? My mother is rich. I'm a prince. My mother is rich, beautiful, and skinny. Not like you, ugly, poor, and oh, it's so poor. The princess is surprising with that. Who is a woman? Is that your mother? No. She's not your mother, right? Your mother is rich, not like this poor woman. Mengutamakan doesn't expand it. His mother is really disappointed with her son. She prayed to the God. Oh God, if he is not my son, I will forgive him. But if he Mengutamakan, I ask you for listen for him. Storm stole Merlin's ship. The thunder hit the ship unforgivingly and blazed into a pitch. Next morning, shipwrecks soared near the village, with a climbing man-shaped stone between a debris. Mengutamakan is being a stone, and he is screaming, "Mom, I'm sorry!" That's all about the storytelling of Mengutamakan from West Sumatra. Sorry if I had a bad word and maybe I made a mistake. The message for us: love your parents unconditionally in any condition. Never forget their good deeds for us. That's all about my storytelling, and thank you so much. Om Santi 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 Om.
Okay, let's continue to next participant from grade 7A, Mengutamakan Bahasa
Om Swastiastu. Hello everyone. I'm going to tell you a story about Cinderella. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful girl named Cinderella. She lived with her two stepmother and stepsisters. They were treating Cinderella very badly. One day, they had a vacation. Cinderella invited to go to the grand ball in King's Palace. Cinderella wanted to go too, but her stepmother won't let her go. Her stepmother said, You better stay at home. Staying at home, scrub the floor and cleaning the house. Cinderella was ordered to sew the yarns for her stepsisters. Her stepmother and stepsisters leave Cinderella alone. Cinderella was so sad. The fairy godmother helped her to go to the grand ball. And she said, Cinderella, don't cry. I will help you go to the grand ball. And Cinderella was so sad. And she said, but I don't have a gown to go to the ball. The fairy godmother waved the magic cloth and passed Cinderella's feet. And Cinderella turned into a beautiful girl. How I will go to the ball? Asked Cinderella. The fairy godmother saw 6 mice playing around near a pumpkin. The fairy godmother touched the 6 mice and turned into a shiny black horses and 2 coachmen. The fairy godmother was trying to say, the fairy godmother was warning to Cinderella. Cinderella, this magic was going to disappear when 12 o'clock. When Cinderella returned to the palace, everyone was struck by her beauty. Nobody, not even her stepmother and stepsisters, know her. The prince wanted her to dance with Cinderella. Would you like to dance with me? Asked Prince. And Cinderella said, yes. Cinderella and the prince danced so joyful. When the 12 o'clock, Cinderella remembered what the fairy godmother said. And Cinderella said, oh, I have to go now. Cinderella ran out in the castle, and her slipper fell out in the clouds. Cinderella turned back into herself, and her dress turned into rags. Her stepmother and stepsisters go home and talk about the girl who danced with the prince. The prince fell in love with Cinderella. The prince saw a slipper in outside. The prince said, I will marry whose foot fits this slipper. The prince rushed to go to houses in the kingdom, and the stepsisters were trying to the slipper, and the stepsisters trying to squeeze the slipper, but the servant worried about the slipper was broken, and Cinderella wanted to try it too, but the stepmother wouldn't let her. But the prince said, let her try too. And the slipper was fixed. Cinderella is Cinderella, and together they were lived happily ever after. The end. Oh, Santi Santi, oh.
Pakai mic. Pakai sekarang.
So, that's all from our participant of storytelling competition today. For participants number 1 until 25, please stay in this room because after this, we will have photo session for all participants. Thank you. Om Santi 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 Om.
Untuk pengumumannya hari Jumat ya. Habisnya langsung kemana ya? Biasanya gitu. Berarti silang kan? Hah? Silang ya? Silang nggak?
Oh iya.
Bagus tuh.